Hello, welcome. I'm not feeling great, and therefore this is probably going to be a short recording session. It is Wednesday today because I certainly wasn't feeling up to anything yesterday, and it is amazing what putting a jumper on and putting a bit of water on your hair will do to make you look a little bit more like a competent human being. Well, competent maybe not the right word, but a human being nonetheless. I'm not very well. My back's absolutely murdering me. So, yeah, I've got to get up and move around a lot, which, doesn't really help when it comes to recording anything at length. And it also doesn't help that I've just spent the last 40 minutes trying to get this to work, because apparently OBS and Final Fantasy XIV don't play nice when you've got ReaverTuner running, which I've had running for months now because I've been using it to check frame rate on a lot of the stuff that I've been recording. Vishan is seeking the light and is glad for our arrival. There's a rat. Ooh. That's a long way down to the floor. Sorry, I had to pick the controller up. Demajen, I was about to call for you. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. I cannot remember the plot. And for the first time in years, I haven't watched the patch trailer. That wasn't an intentional, I'm not going to watch it because spoilers. It was just, I've been so out of it that I haven't had time. Maybe I should have done that before starting, but maybe I'll watch it afterwards. And then I really won't have any of that. Well, I don't know what that means. They probably talked about it in the live letter, but I haven't watched the live letter either because I didn't. Anyway, coincidentally, I'm told Yustola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the first light. Oh yes, we were going to the first, weren't we? And Reen is there. Let us await the others in my chambers. It really doesn't look like a comfortable floor. Oh, I should probably turn off the headgear, shouldn't I? Because it's not supposed to look like that. My apologies for the delay. What is that? Think nothing of it. That's a Garland Ironworks chest, isn't it? I pray thou art come with glad tidings. Of course. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I'm pleased to report. Yustola, plot catalyst. You may leave it there, thank you. Not. Yes, it is an Ironworks. It's got their little branding on it. Because Jesse would insist. Even though I am to hear eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own brave ones. Urianger hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorum. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemy's determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Loperites are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but it is only a matter of time ere they fall. Fail. Fail at reading. I love the fact that it's got a little handle on the top. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. Why does... Sorry, it just looks... Oh no, it is fine. It's just because of how it was shrunk. In the OBS preview window, the text looks really weird. But it's just because of how it's scaled. That aroma should so test the seal, even when not at full strength. It is every bit as terrible as we feared. Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud. So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe? As a matter of fact, I have. The Matoya music! The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th. Easy! Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least. Unfortunately, I'm a Stola, and I'm not bound by plot and physics and stuff. This makes me think of the ending of Lies of P, where she's going to create a giant pup. Oh no. It's a box of balls! Balls in a box! And so I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices. Ether transmitters. How very handy. These marvellous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether, and they're really pixely. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents. So this is a technology that we're going to use once and never use again, isn't it? Despite the fact that this would be actually very, very useful indeed across the world. That such a thing should be possible. Plot. We shall first direct ether from Nabatharang, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the knowledge Grahatir acquired from the Archmagus Noah was also a source of inspiration. What is with the shadows? Wanting to buy new lighting engine ASAP. Oh, yep. Well, there's that patch's animation budget gone. Doesn't cast a shadow. Is she just demonstrating? Once we've infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift. Is she going to zap Vitra? And the ether transmitters shall guide the energy unto the 13th. Like so. I assume they don't have to be quite so close together. Basically, it's a wireless router thing, isn't it? It's a power line. Well, I mean, that's very clever. In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. What's the catch? There's got to be a catch. Otherwise, they'd have invented these previously. Also, I hope no tests were performed. No tests we performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success. That facial expression, though. It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. True enough. But that's not a point of pride for me personally. It is for me. Well, that's very handy. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. A task we must entrust to you, Demajen. Rest assured I will provide you with what support I can. Nod. I wish to go as well. Of course you do. Plot needs facilitating. This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with mine own eyes. Has she not been there yet? No, I guess she hasn't. But how dost thou intend to make the journey? In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void sense summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. Oh, that's handy. Though actually, yes, that's been established. Yeah, that's been established for years, hasn't it? If you aren't averse to travelling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel. No, leave her here. It's fine. We shall take her and her jaunty hat to the first. Can we introduce her to Gaia? Because that would be entertaining, I feel. Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. Yeah, because that sounds like a perfectly normal thing to do. Pray see to your own preparations. I don't do anything. And then let us reconvene at Megaduta. Nod. Just walking off. Do 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 do. Stidian. For a moment I misunderstood and thought Ishtola was proposing that Zero borrow her body, which would have been odd. Well done, Estinian. You've not grasped the basics of this at all, have you? Why no? I don't have the Viera hat mod installed. Ishtola will be along after she has seen to Zero's soul. Let us await her here. There's supposed to be an option about the cursor disappearing. If it's still for a while. Oh, I guess it has. Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemist attend her body until she returns. Nod. The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. I've also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatir. What? Just give us a set of instructions? If it was so easy, he could have done... He could have left that with... Oh no, what's her name? His adopted Viera daughter, whose name escapes me, apparently. Oh, that's really bad. You can tell I don't play this very much. While you're away, I'll join Urianger and the Lopits on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail. A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds. That must have happened in the last patch, but that was months ago. I actually meant to go back and watch my MSQ playthrough of the last patch. Something that I often say I meant to, but because I really haven't done much FF14 recently, and because I didn't watch the trailer, I thought it might be an idea to, but I didn't. Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Reen. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that, or else, seek out Betlug. As the first foremost authority on soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. And if not... As I recall, the Onnumo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop. We've spoken to her. reasonably recently. But that's all from me. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first. Nod. And everybody just walks off. Now. Oh, it is in fact going to make us do the moving. Those teleport costs are going to stack up 1,000 gil. 1,000 gil. That's like my entire fortune. Supplicant sheep? What are you a quest for, supplicant sheep? The level 80 crafting and gathering quest, apparently. I'm sure I've been here recently and never seen the succulent? Supplicant. Succulent sheep is a different kind of sheep entirely. Cabinet of Curiosity. Succulent sheep. Right, where are you, Backlug? You're going to be upstairs, aren't you? Gentle-eyed. There you are. And Morin. Hi, guys! Is that you, Demajen? What brings you back across the rift? I forget how to do Becklug's voice. It was the kind of croaky one, wasn't it? Not so bad. Honestly, first you asked me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel, and then you tell me you desires to channel light to the void. Wicked white Demajen, is nothing ever simple with you. No. That's the story of my life. I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the centre of world-changing events. Very well, if your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. And if it helps Nukalai with his work, all the better. Oh yes, he's here, isn't he? While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Reen. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Hotorium these days. I'll look for you there once I've finished. This is very pretty, isn't it? I forget how pretty this is. I see Reen. I can barely see the way, though. Hi, you!
Restoring the elements to the empty may
Randomly.
allow life to flourish there once more.
Does this change based on our completion of Eden? Oof, look at those plants.
That isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants.
Yeah, because this wouldn't make sense if we hadn't done the Eden stuff, would it? Well, I suppose it could argue that she's doing it, but that's not the way they've... I don't know.
Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land.
Are you talking to yourself, Reen? Oh, it's the face tapping thing.
Such as...
She's got, our eyes. She's got the little ring things around them. How about coffee plants?
Coffee. If I recall correctly, it thrives in warm
She's
climates.
completely out of it. She doesn't even realise it was us.
Yes. Yes, that might be suitable. And with a good harvest, we could set some aside for coffee biscuits. Wait, it's you!
Hi! Ow.
It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing.
Not quite as embarrassing as your very polygonal ear.
I've been studying botany, you see. hoping that the knowledge
Yeah,
would
this
help
must
our work in the end.
only... I wonder what this cutscene's like if you haven't done Eden then.
But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
We have another problem. It's just a teensy one.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light?
Nod.
Please, let me help.
No. I
Though
wish
I've
I had a
lost
little
my
bit of hair
connection
physics.
to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree.
Why have you lost your connection to Hydaelyn? Oh, wait.
If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
Well, this is why we came here. Do I get a silly option to... Oh, no, I'm just going to nod. That's a shame. Ow. Yeah. Ah. Look who we have.
'Tis done.
That's the
Zero
voice.
is
She
now
speaks like
with
this.
us in the flesh.
Quote unquote flesh.
The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower.
Where did we put the big box of things? Have we just got it in our inventory?
This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it?
Actually holding a prop. That animation budget. Are those Gratier's instructions? I like the fact that they've even modelled the
There's
folds
a
in.
levity in his words that wasn't there before.
Oh.
It heartens me to know he is well. I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
Good. That's what instructions are for.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Belly rubs. No.
Not unlike we void sent then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
Om nom nom.
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
Yes, I like coffee biscuits. Such
I shall
drama.
attend to the tower now. The rest,
We're not going
I
to...
leave to you.
What actually are her preferences? I can't remember. The big problem with Final Fantasy XIV storytelling is how...
Zero, was it? My name is Reen.
Hello,
It's a
Reen.
pleasure to meet you.
I have very polygonal ears. Can we have a mod to fix her ears, please?
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming.
I wonder who's responsible.
Everything looks much as
Ability
it
that
does in the
was.
source.
Ouch. You can thank us for
We
that.
have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that.
See?
If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
A tour with Reen. Oh. It's the music kicking in. I thought somebody had just started randomly singing, but no, that makes more sense, doesn't it? So here we've got the Amaro Ranch, something or other. And here we have the big open plaza where many a cutscene took place. And look, a teeny tiny tower. Small. It's a very impressive architecture.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful.
Yep. And very grey, actually.
They could reclaim this.
Yes. But the first hadn't growing lights. The first hadn't been completely consumed, though, had it? Interesting, they've really gone to town on modifying the Jupiter font that they use for things there. I've mentioned that I have a thing for fonts. Jupiter is the one that they use. Jupiter Pro is the one that they use for a lot of their fancy titles, but they've been modifying it more and more and more as they've gone on. We restored peace to the world, and I wanted to ensure that peace is preserved. That's why I'm learning everything I can. Where's Gaia? I assume they can't put her in this because you have to. Well, mind you, if they are putting things in because you've done Eden, like that introductory cutscene, but maybe that is just the same for everybody. If Gaia was there with her, I feel like that would have been a significant change. Because if you haven't done Eden at all, Gaia essentially, it's not that Gaia doesn't exist, but she's not part of the storyline at all, is she? I don't know. Maybe they'll put her into a little cutscene later. I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on despite light ravaging her very being. Yeah, that was a good time. Had I the self-same strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world. No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving, that's why we're here. So where to? Just lead the way. What do we have food-wise options? Honeyed dragon fruits? Item. Has food always had item levels? It's got a higher item level than I have. Silver pieces. And I don't use food because I don't do it. Green has been added to the Unending Codex, as is Gold and Ironworks. And Spirit Vessel. I like the fact that they're adding these things in. It's not quite as cool as the active time lore from FF16, but of course the active time lore in FF16 has the benefits of it being a single player game that you can pause, as opposed to, oh, I just want to see what this is in the middle of a raid. I see they use aetherytes here as well. Not that I'll be able to, having not attuned to any. I trust you're willing to walk with me. No. You can walk anywhere. Reen. I thought that said appalling. Appalling to the masses. Reen is eager to give you a choice of materia, which I have so much of. I was watching a Mr. Happy video a couple of days ago when he was doing a patch note reading, and he was talking about Island Sanctuary and how Island Sanctuary is a great opportunity to get materia. It's like, I have so much materia. I have more materia than I could ever possibly need. Why are people struggling to obtain materia? And keep it in mind that I don't these days run dungeons on the needed classes. For, you know, when I was a tank main, or when I was leveling on Scholar, or any of the healers actually, you know, you get the bonuses for being the adventurer in need, the job in need, or whatever it's called, which would give you one of the cracked clusters, which you could exchange for materia. I drowned in materia, but even now, when I have mostly just been leveling alt jobs, I've still got more materia than I could possibly need. I mean, that's the wrong one. Yeah, this is after selling a load, which I did the other day. Yeah, I've still got 10 quick arm materials. I've got 13 savage aid. It's like, why do people struggle to... Does it sell really well? I don't recall it selling massively well. I don't know. Anyway. Let's set this plan in motion. Let's head for Nabatharang. Since Zero can't teleport to the Aetherite there, you should probably travel by Amaro. Oh yeah, we can do that. I forgot about them. Flight paths and stuff. Lena! That was her name. I remembered it when she showed up. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lena! I take it Backlug told you why she's here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lena, captain of the guard here at the Crystarium. Zero, is there something you require? When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I think it's a bit of a foggy day. I do like the fact that the weather is reflected in the cutscenes, but sometimes it can kind of mess with the general spectacle. I know well that you never used the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so, I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt. Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? A little bit like the issue we had with the Garleans. Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Crystarian of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust that we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Zero, the people person. I think we should probably go with her. Yes, Demajen and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. As opposed to the dark-clad woman with a scythe. Because there aren't any Reapers on the first. Thank you. I realise this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way. Well, time is timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly anyway, isn't it, as far as video games are concerned, and especially here. How are we actually directing it? As for where to begin, I dare say Yulmore would be as good a place as any. Oh good, we get to go and deal with the Chires. Though ours is an amicable relationship now, we were at odds for long years. Yulmore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects and sought to destroy any who defied him. Yes, and then we made a massive giant golem and pulled his mountain from the sky and gave him a good talking to. And he had a little tantrum on the floor, which still remains one of my favourite cutscenes. Him going, wah! Ow. Jeez. He's gone now, thankfully. And a good man named Chinese was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. What we need is an Alphino. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yulmorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. It's because they're the only two locations for the hunt board, Reen. That's where the competition comes from. Thus would it be prudent to give them a prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope they would give you their blessing. Yes, we did some small things for them. Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald. Well, you know, we've been around. Where else should we visit? After Yulmore, I suggest the Raktika Greatwood, and talk to the Viera. There you'll find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the Vis, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The Vis are insular, and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. Runar's part of the Knights Blessed, isn't he? We could go see him. People would, maybe Zero could have an entertaining cutscene between when she talks about, I don't know. People who workness Starship. Yes, workness Darkship. Fitting for a world that were consumed by light. Very well, we will treat with the people of Yulmore and the Knights Blessed. Here, take these whisper weeds. I'll let you know when all is readiness with the tower. What are whisper weeds? I'm assuming from the name that there's like a link shell that they can talk through. Have we been introduced to those before? Let me know down below, because I've completely forgotten that they are a thing if it's something not new. Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explaining the situation to the people of Crystarium and arranging for your transmitters to be placed here and I don't know how many ands I'm putting in that sentence, and in Nabatharang, gang. I'm going insane. We are truly grateful. Thank you, Lena. I love that emote. It's always just a little bit too extra. Look, they've got little turning animations where they turn to look at each other. Come, let's head to Yulmore. Hopefully Chanuz will know how best to present our plan to everyone. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, see, we turned and then walked. I don't know why I should be so impressed by this. It's probably just because that's not how it used to work. It's a nice outfit. What is it? Oh, that's the Radiant Mail, is it? Might have to get some of that for my red mate. Right, onwards to Yulmore. Ah, Chinese is very handily here. Reen, look, Julia, Chai and Rendon are here too. Between the three of them, we should be able to get some good advice. This is the great and powerful leader of Yulmore. He must be possessed of subtle qualities that make him uniquely suited to the position. Greetings, Warrior of Darkness. If you've come out of concern for our esteemed mayor, fear not. He runs the city well and as ever prefers to work closely with the people, the better to hear their voice. Demajen! Reen! Oh, what a wonderful surprise this is! And you've even brought a new friend! Yes. Yes, we have. Good gods, if it isn't Demajen. To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not! There's a sensitive matter about which we thought it best to consult the city's esteemed mayor. I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something, the kind of something I might want nothing to do with, but regardless, I should probably know. What is it? Well, there's the possible potential of world-ending, universe-ending threats, and we need to borrow the Crystal Tower. Gathering light with the Crystal Tower, you say? And I'd be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans. We can hardly blame you. We have no reason to question your motives, of course, neither yours nor those of the Crystarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own, it's rather a lot to process, but the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings, despite the gravity of your plight. Very well. You have my support. How's Alpha now? As if there was ever any doubt. Right, let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands. Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled regardless of any assurances I offered. No, we need to first set the stage, spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that she is on a mission to save her world as she once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? It would be more effective to hear the detail from the hero herself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your course. Yes, because we are a people person. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. Well played indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, nod. If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you. Fine by me. I'm content to observe. She likes to watch. Once you finish your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people react. All the better to prime your audience. Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. And then they walk off first, because that's not how following works, Reen. Right. Let's talk to, Oh, this is going to be a following thing, isn't it? Well, Lena and Master Chai couldn't be more different. They're both mindful of how their actions may affect others. They're both good leaders, and there's much I hope to learn from them. If only our own political leaders could do the same. Goshia, what do you have? Level 70 gathering quest. I know why I haven't done any of these. The worst thing is, actually, I can do those, can't I? I can. I've got 2 level 90s. Should probably do those at some point. From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Euless and Thancred, I've grown better at recognising it. What? You've met Dad? I mean, Thancred, too? Right, of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I suggest we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. Zero and Reen are now accompanying you, blah, 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 yes. And they glow. Right. I was never any good at navigating around Yulmore. Or the Crystarium, actually. Why are we starting off at the Beehive? Also, why have I not done your quest? Hey, guys. Small talk? Oh no, discuss the Beehive. A tavern? And an extravagant one at that. But those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps? Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment. Yes, that's how pole dancing works. Thancred once told me that people come to these places to savour some memories and drown the others. I imagine the Beehive was built primarily to help Yulmorans forget about sin eaters, if only for a time, but now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal, but don't worry, I know I'm still a bit too young for it. What, for the dancing or the drinking? Anyway, bring Gaia. I used to live for the moment. Yeah. I used to live for the moment, not caring what might happen on the morrow, but now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future and feeling anxious. What? Your home's threatened with destruction? Wicked, why? Why are you wasting time in a drinking hole? Ugh, but as I say, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Yes, I need to take control of my life. Need to face my troubles head on. The same goes for you. Okay, so he is amenable. What is this? That's the same poster. I don't know how many times I've walked past this, but I cannot for the life of me say I've ever noticed those posters. And I'm sure if I had, I would have made some kind of snarky comment about how low res they are. Why is there still a... Oh, I don't know. Right, how do we get down? We follow the big red arrow, don't we? Solemn soldier. Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How may I be of service? You enemies plot to invade your world? Having heard tales of sin eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens, you can overcome any adversity. And for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way we can. Uh-huh. Nice outfit. This way. I see they haven't cleaned this place up much. Discuss the derelicts. When Valthrid tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Yulmore decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important since there's simply not enough rooms for everyone in the city proper. The thing there, cleaning up the debris. What thing there? Oh, that thing there! For a moment, I thought it might be a void sense. In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. But I see now that it's more akin to the mechanical soldiers used by the Garleans. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they? What void? Yeah, the Voderiga? The kind of gargoyle-y ones. They use stone, don't they? Hello, renovating residents. You're the Warrior of Darkness. I never dreamed I'd have the honour. But why are you in Yulmore, if I may ask? Your home's in danger and you come seeking help? If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course. We've got a long road ahead of us, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you and yours. And we'll never forget that. Well, that was as expected, frankly. I mean, we've still got to broach the subject of actually using the Crystal Tower, which is more of an ask, I would say. But so, the people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good, good. Why, just earlier I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly. And the plan is unfolded precisely as you envisioned. But wait! All that remains then is to assemble the citizens and explain Demajen's need to gather lights. For better or worse, I'm mayor of the city, and I'll do my best to win them over. Nod. Wait, are you... Spinning on the spot. Yeah, you're here. Are you here? No, that's not what that says at all, is it? Yes, you're her, the young lady who saved me from Valthrid. I've eaten enough meal to fall under his control, but you cured me. I would be alive today if not for you. Oh, I remember you too. I don't. I'm glad to see you're doing well. And a little later, it was the Oracle of Life itself, Oracle of Light. I can't read. Who saved me? Saved us all. I don't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it's nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay. What is this meal? Meal is people. Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin eaters. Well, I mean, yes, food. Meal was people. I see. The more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread. Right. And because of that, they became susceptible to Valthry's commands, as he could make the Sin Eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects. You say that as if it was some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure and never know peace. My gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. And then I met Gaia. But I had my friends to encourage me, and I had Dad Cred, to help me learn, not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of life, to change my fate. And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed. Yes, but they haven't had 1,000+ years of void, have they? Zero. When I tended to the people after Valthry died, I wasn't sure how much of a difference it would make. It's a relief to see that so many I treated are alive and well. Proof that it was wonderful to see you again. Do visit again soon. Bring Alphino with you. We appreciate the Crystarium's concern for the welfare of our people. May we continue to strengthen the ties between our two cities. That a half-voicent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years I never stopped to wonder why. To wonder if I had a greater part to play. Perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it. There's a marble running around your feet, Zero. Be careful. That's going to do it for that episode and that recording session because, as I said, not feeling well and I need to go and stretch. So we'll come back and we'll do... What is the next quest called? The next quest is called In Defiance of Fate. We will defy our fate next time. Apologies for the grunting and squirming and flinching and all that kind of jazz, but I had to make a choice. Either I record this without the camera on and you miss out on the silliness of my face, which I think is the whole point of reaction content, isn't it? Or, you know, I turn it off just because then you don't have to see me go through this. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for this being, later than I would have liked, but yeah, 'tis what it is. Hope you've enjoyed it. Regardless, have yourselves a great day. We shall rejoin Zero and Reen and hopefully Gaia next time. Bye! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.